Welcome back to another episode of GamePlayer. As you all know the drill at this point. Three new games as always, and with the recent discovery of the recent tab on GX Games, this makes my whole process much easier. I just have to go here and I just play whatever. Alright, but anyways, we're gonna try the three newest games that we've got here. So let's start off with yorgz Adventure over here. Is made by Pieciokodev Studio, and it was released just yesterday, actually. And what does it say? Muses Zabek 10 Zombie. So yeah, that seems promising. So let's try it out. Let's see what this is about. Okay. All right. This game has no sound at all. So I guess this is a zombie survival game, ostensibly. Okay, I guess this Mike sees it's a melee weapon. I don't know. I think you can add like a little bit of animation. At least like put the fork thing sideways when I attack, right? Okay. Well, we got more zombies. I ran out of ammo with my pistolet, actually. What does that say? Okonania? What the heck is that? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. And then pistol looks the same as this thing, so alright, I guess we'll just try to kill off these zombies. Do I just kill 10 zombies and then I can move on? Okay. It says something. I'm just gonna put it into like Google Translate. You won. You completed. Okay, it's from Polish. Oh well, I guess that's it, huh? Okay. So I think we've kind of reached the point of the event horizon, I guess you could say, where I really genuinely have no idea what sort of feedback I could give, because I mean, it's obvious, like, this is made probably by, like, some kid. Pieciokodev is probably just some little guy who just learned how to use GameMaker, and this is probably, like, one of the first game that he's ever made. And so it's like, okay, any sort of, like, criticism I would normally offer to a game, it's sort of pointless here. Like, you wouldn't go to a kindergarten, pick up one of the little doodles that they make and start like, oh yes, the proportion and the and whatever perspective. Like, you wouldn't do that. There's no point in that. But I think for like your first project ever, it's pretty nice. It's pretty cute. I understand, you probably took some time to figure out how to make collisions, how to make, like, the boxes. The boxes don't exactly move the way that they should move normally, but it's fine. Everybody learn. So yeah, I think, overall good job. Okay, moving on to the next game. Next game we've got Nightmare Pig. So from just the starting screen, I have a rough idea of like what this is. This is probably some Five Nights at Freddy plus Peppa Pig type shit. So this is created by BuldGames Studio, and this is actually not their first game. They've already created several other projects before already. I just saw a Garden of Banban 2D game. Okay, but let's just try it out. Let's see what Nightmare's Pig is about. Okay, so we've even got achievements over here. Wow, this seems pretty. Wait, is this Spanish? Okay, that's gonna be a bit problematic. I don't actually speak Spanish. We've got credits here. Oh, okay, we got okay, Jonathan Estives, who is the programmer. Francisco, okay, there are more than one people who worked on this. We got voice acting in this game? Okay. Alright, we're in some deep shit. Let's stop wasting time, let's actually play. Continue, new game, I guess new game. Hiring people to risk their lives to examine the unknown behavior of the new infection. We will pay high price. Okay, well. Alright, let's see what this is about. Okay, we got time. We can skip audio. We're not gonna do that.
Ah, oi. Então, bem-vindo à sua primeira noite. Se você tá ouvindo isso, que aceitou o turno, boa sorte com isso. Sua tarefa é simples. Sobreviver até às 7 da manhã enquanto a gente observa certas mudanças na família. Hoje só temos a Penny. Ela costuma brincar na lama do quintal. Mas se ela se cansar, ela vai voltar pela porta da frente. Se isso acontecer, use o som falso do banheiro da mãe dela chamando para tomar banho. Normalmente, ela vai.
Okay.
Só não use o áudio muitas vezes. Ela não é burra. Enfim, é isso por enquanto. Boa sorte. Você vai precisar.
Alright, I guess. Alright, I have zero idea what they just said, but you know, I've been trying to bring up this plate of spaghetti over here for a long time. Okay. So I'll be honest, I've never played was it Five Nights at Freddy before, so I don't really know how to play this game. I keep trying to bring out this plate of spaghetti, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. Actually, I don't really know how to do most things. Okay, you can look around by holding A and D. Okay. Alright, they said something about the new infection or something. That's that guy. I guess we just ignore him. Alright, we got this. We got these guys. Oh, that guy's gone. So where is he? Alright, well, I guess we lost. Okay, it's time to figure this shit out. So, space. Oh, yeah. I can turn on a flashlight actually. So let's try again. Let's skip audio this time because, frankly, I don't even know what they say. So what's the point? Okay. So I guess we have to keep an eye on these guys. Oh, this guy's gone. Okay, well, what do I do? Maybe I just look at the camera and ignore them. Alright, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So after watching an actual tutorial on how to survive the first night in FNAF, I think I have a rough idea of what to do. Okay, so basically I just look at these fucking things. I think. Truth be told, there are still several differences between this game and the you know, the actual FNAF game. Mostly that I don't know where am I. Like in the FNAF game, it. Alright, well, you still move. Alright, well, what do I do? What the fuck? What do you want me to do? Okay, let's try. I'm gonna try one more time. If I still can't figure it out, then you know, maybe I'm not built to be an examiner of the infection. I don't know. Okay, this time there's no knocking. I don't fucking know. Alright, well. Okay, so yeah, I understand once again from just the voice acting I just heard, this is probably once again another project made by children, so I would not be too rough or like, you know, be too harsh on them. But maybe another thing is that, you know, for one thing, maybe it would be nice if you can try to explain at least some of it. I did remember playing Five Nights at Freddy a long time ago, and I remember that I could at least survive the first night, even though I could barely even understand what was even happening. So I'm not saying you should be like hand-holdy with tutorials and such, because that then it's annoying. But I don't know, there's no way of like finding tutorial for your game unless if you actually made a YouTube video or something about it. And if you don't provide it in the game, then you know the player is sort of left clueless. I don't know what to do. The best I could do is to, you know, find games that are similar to this one and try to guess, but even then I couldn't do it. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm the one at fault here, and I'm just stupid for not figuring out how to play a game made by kids. Okay, and for today's last game, we've got Office Cat-Astrophe DEMO. So, this is an entry for another game jam. I do believe it's the acid flipping game jam. So, right here you can see, you know, it was made, it went on for just 2 days, but it already had 6 entries, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we can check them out, as long as as long as they're made in Game Maker. But anyways, so this is made by ERZerix Studio, and as the name suggests of the game jam, is about asset flipping. So as you can see, most of the assets that were used in this game were actually created by other people, as the creator has credited over here. So for this game, I might not give as much points for having good art or good music, because essentially other people made it. But we'll see. Still deciding which art and what asset to use is still sort of a skill to have. Okay, so ERZerix, space find a job. Okay, WASD, so we can do tasks. Okay, so how do we do tasks? Okay, get to work. So, oh shit, I guess I got fired. Okay, so I see. So probably what's going on is that whenever a little exclamation mark appear, you go do a job, and then that's it. There you go. I'm not sure how like I don't know what that is. Like a bench? Not bench. I'm retarded. Like a bookshelf. That's what I'm trying to say. Can have a task for me to do, but sure. Can I go outside? No. Okay. The dustbin has something for me to do. Oh, pick up the trash. I mean, okay, makes sense. Okay, so there's a little bit of tech to this game. So if you... Okay, there we go. So if you move diagonally, it actually moves faster than if you move just vertically. And I guess also horizontally. So it's better than if you just move, in one direction. Probably because, if I have to guess, the way they coded the movement is that while you're holding a button, it increases your X or Y coordinate depending on which button that you press. So if you press 2 at the same time, then you're gonna go twice as fast. Alright, we're gonna keep going until we lose. Why am I the only one who has to walk around? I can't get to this one. There you go. These other guys get to sit on their ass and just sit in front of their computer. This guy doesn't even have a computer. He's just sitting in front of a desk, looking blankly off into space, or give me the papers on his desk. What the fuck? Why am I the only one who has to move around? Okay, this guy's computer isn't even turned on. Look, it's just a blank screen. He's just pretending to do shit. I'm the only one who works in this goddamn company. Okay, I think I've been playing for a couple minutes at this point, and I don't feel exactly like there's any increased amount of difficulty. I would have expected in a game like this where, okay, as time goes on, the task gets more and more urgent. Eventually you run out of time, or the number of tasks you have to do increases to the point that you can't keep up. But that doesn't seem to be happening. It seems to stay static. Okay, it's starting to get more difficult now, I think. Okay, it does get more difficult. Okay, that guy is alright, there you go. Okay, I'm getting to it. Christ. Fucking trash can. Okay, yeah, it is a lot more difficult now. Okay. Oh shit, okay. Alright, let's get to here first. Alright, they are on two sides of the... well. Okay, there you go, finally. So, I think this game is pretty... Okay, it's a nice little game. I mean, it's these sort of I don't know how you call it. Sort of management game, task management, maybe that's how you call it. Somewhat similar to those other games where it's you're in a kitchen and you're cooking food for customers. Those types of games. I think these are in general pretty fun in some cases. At least I like to play them. But I think one thing this game may want more is probably more varied contents, I guess, because it does feel pretty repetitive just doing the same few tasks over and over. And while the difficulty also does increase, I think it increases a bit too slowly. I played the game for like several minutes before the game finally started ramping up the difficulty in like a significant way that I could actually, see, essentially. And I think it could have probably happened earlier. But yeah, regardless overall though, I still feel it's a competent game. I wouldn't say it's exactly a bad game. It's, as an game jam entry, once again, we have to lower our expectation because these games are made in like merely 2 days. I understand, the assets there, these are like asset flip, so they didn't have to make the arts, but that's also why I didn't comment on the arts because it's made by other people. Though I would say at least most of them is consistent, except for the when you get fired, but I think that's intentional. That's meant to be funny. But anyways, yeah. I think overall though, it's still like a pretty proficient, pretty competent game for what it's worth. It's only made in 2 days.